te tanaka sanatana vanita charite. So I won't go for translation. You all know this song. So how you could take shelter of Srimati Radharani. So Krishna has already stamped in our material world that Mam Upetya Punarjanma Dukhalaya Mahashastam. That one who he put that this material world is Dukhalaya Mahashastam. It is full of misery and it is temporary. But one who gets me means by whatever different method, then he does not have to suffer. Napnuvanti Mahatmana Samsiddham Parimamtam. So after attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary material world, which is full of miseries, because they have attained the highest perfection. So they go back home, back to Godhead. So this temporary manifestation in this material world means because it is esteemed, we could never be happy in this material world. So on this rule, everybody has to put their knees on the ground and they have to some people who are favored or who are pious or who has done some agyat sukriti, then they try to take shelter of the lotus feet because it says mamopeti. So they have to take shelter of the lotus feet. Even it's not that if you're doing bhakti, you will get out of all problems. Other like example, Pandavas, they were devotees. They were not even, but they are parshas also. So Pandava, Prahlad, how long? 5 years he was suffering. Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj, Viduradi, they are examples. Even Lord Ramchandra, he was incarnation or the coronation was going to happen, but he had to uh, go to the forest for 14 years. So there are lots of pastimes. Our are not pastime. We are being forced by our karma from the previous life. So we are not free. We are not swatantra. But how to become swatantra? That is the and how by taking shelter of Srimati Radharani, then we could be free from. So our mind always creates some problems and gives us suffering. Sometimes by our neighbors or between a wife and husband, by mosquitoes, by children, sometimes sardi, garmi, like no water or earthquakes, many. Uh, so there are four defects in the material world. Our uh, our senses are limited sense perception. We are always illusion. We always make mistakes, and we do give like dhokha uh, to other people. Some are because of our old habits, and and on top of this, we have this our old enemies: Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Madam, and Matsarya. And if there is something is left over, is modern progress and pralovan, nasha, yonsu, internet, naya upkaran. So all these things are putting us so much into problem. Our life has not remained simple. Or so so if one is so how this modern material life they give so much allurement that you will be happy, you just come to me. It is all because of the Maya. Uh, then they are all mental concoctions. So some sadhak means one who is practicing Krishna consciousness by taking up some small steps. But will they be able to, without really getting defeated in the way, in the between by the Maya, will they be able to come out? It's like fighting fighting with Maya is like a 3-year-old child, and there are 12 of the different uh, Palwans. They are fighting. How much he could front them, this 3-year-old child. So material Prakriti, and uh, so this material Prakriti is like Ananta Sagar, and we are drowning into that. Although, we will be able to cross, but there is birth, death, old age, disease, and so we have no independent, like we have no swatantrata. We are not really that we are free from. I mean, we are not really free from the prakop of Maya. And how to get prakop of Maya? Just by our own intelligence, by our own energy, by our own sadhan or process, we cannot get free from this kind of marga. So and that's why in scripture it says, Manusyanam Shastreshu Kashin Yatapi Siddhaye Tasam Api Siddhanam Kashin Mam Vetti Tattva. Out of so many people, millions of people, one may try to find the siddhi or perfection. But out of so many perfectionists who want to find perfection, hardly one knows me. Kashinma Vetti Tata. Vetti means to know. So very few people out of millions, very few people can understand about Krishna or Srimati Radharani. So to understand this, that we are so weak, we are so down. So it may feel that we are up, like not optimistic, but opposite to optimistic. So so that's why Krishna is saying that we should take the shelter of his energy. Devi yesha gunamai mama maya duratya mameva ye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. That if we take the Parashakti, supreme energy, and supreme energy is beyond even Vaikuntha Loka, is Krishna and Srimati Radharani. If we take this, take the Gunamai, Maya, uh, that Maya is of three gunas, Satogun, Rajogun, Tamogun, by which he binds us. But if we surrender to Krishna, then you could cross over all these gunas very easily. So only by reading scriptures, and there were so many satras, like 88,000 rishis were coming to Naimisharanya from the upper planetary system to understand that how to get out of this. Parikshit Maharaj also said that we are all at the verge of death. Anytime anyone can die. So he asked the question, Parikshit Maharaj, to Sukdev Goswami, that if one is at the verge of death, what he should do? So he should read Srimad Bhagavatam, he should chant the holy name. So there is a great benefit of chanting the holy name. And how you could please Krishna? By pleasing Srimati Radharani. So only by taking shelter of Srimati Radharani, we could be out of all our problems. Or they will give us peace, and without any disturbance in the mind, it could give us support. Just like you are walking on the pebbles and thorns. But if you have shoes, so you can easily cross over. So taking shelter of Krishna means taking shelter of his devotees. And Radha Rani is the topmost out of all this. He is our, Krishna is our father, and Radha Rani is our Mamta Mai Mata. And to please Radha Rani is very easy. It's simple. If Radha Rani is happy, Krishna automatically becomes happy. That's why in Vrindavan, you will see everybody chant Jai Radhe. If Radha Rani becomes pleased, Krishna will become pleased. So anybody who takes shelter of Srimati Radharani, then Krishna becomes very happy. He says, oh, yeah. And she thinks, Radharani thinks, that is when we say Hare Krishna, so Krishna's name is there. He is devotee of Krishna. So she says to Krishna immediately that yeah, Bhakt, he is devotee, he is greater than me, and then please, even if I don't become a devotee, but please give him, I may be very foolish, but please give him a shelter. So she takes us, she catches us by our hand and gives in the load, in the uh, in the lap of our dear father Krishna. So we should always worship Srimati Radharani. So Krishna says that if you don't offer me flower, but give it to Srimati Radharani, and she will offer me. So if we take shelter of Srimati Radharani, then Krishna, we will be at the shelter of Srimati Radharani. So Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prashati. So rather than offering to Krishna, you offer it to Srimati Radharani. You go through the Madhyam, through the medium of Srimati Radharani. And Radharani will become very, very pleased. Just like Dhruv Maharaj. Dhruv Maharaj his father would not give him a seat in the lap because of the Sunita, who was very beautiful. And he treated his first wife, Suniti, as like a maid servant. She was living in much separate from the kingdom, but somehow she gave him the that you take shelter of the supreme personality of Godhead. And he was chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and within 6 months. So, so that's why that they are giving us so how to please Krishna. That is so Gaudiya Vaishnava is special. All other than Gaudiya Vaishnava also they are giving this Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare is for Radharani, and Radharani is that please engage me in the service of Lord Krishna. Please engage me in your service, in the service of the enjoyer. Ram means who enjoys Srimati Radharani. So you see, so we should take shelter. So she is Rajeshwari, Madan Krishna is Madan Mohan, but she even enchants by her beauty and by her service, by her gunas to Krishna. So she is Madan Mohan, Mohini, Radharani is Madan Mohan. She enchants Krishna also, who is Madan Mohan. And in Golok Vrindavan, they want to see that Radharani is most decorated. She's very, very beautiful. They want to see uh, Radharani decorated very beautifully. And a devotee always thinks himself lower than this town. Pranadati sunichena taro iva seshnuna amanena manadena kirtane satahari. So when in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wrote 8 Sikshastra prayers, and that particular one is uh, is spoken by Srimati Radharani. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in the mood of Radharani. He's taking the color and the mood. So main thing is what is our bhav. Uh, and her bhav is always to please Krishna. आश्लेष्यवापादरतं पिनस्पुमाम् अदर्शनं मां मर्महतं करोतु वा यथा तथा वा विदधाकुलं पटो मतप्राणनाशस्तु स एव न परः. So Lakshmi always wants to take shelter of Lord Krishna. Lakshmi Shahasra Sata Sambrama Sevyamana. But because they have that mood, that of Aishwarya Bhav, and that's why she could not get the Ras dance, she could not be included. But always she is so humble that although her place is in the chest of Narayan, but she always sits at the lotus feet of Narayan and always tries to massage his feet. So Krishna means who is always remembering Krishna because he is really all attractive. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to understand the feeling of Chaitanya, we have to understand Srimati Radharani. So Srimati Radharani always remembers Krishna. And also she serves so much that at the end he says that Na pareham, I cannot repay for your service or for your love for me. I cannot do that. So Radha would that she is giving pleasure to to Lord Krishna. She is, and she also engages all the jivas. So if we chant Radha's name, if we pray to Srimati Radharani, then she puts us at the lotus feet and lotus lap of the Lord. So she is the medium to take us to Krishna. So everybody in Vrindavan, that they want to take the mercy of Srimati Radharani. And Sri Krishna is not like material body, he is the completely spiritual personality. And Radharani, and he becomes easily under Srimati Radharani. So Srimati Radharani and Gopis, sometimes these gopis, there are 2 gopis, Lalita and Vishakha, on both sides of Radharani. Lalita is like a Vamangi. She sometimes just without any, sometimes there has to be certain fight, certain man. So she gives the man, she would not let Krishna even come sometime in the Kunja of Srimati Radharani. She makes him wait and she makes him do so many things. And that way, just not that she is hating Krishna, but she wants to have some kind of jokes, so life does not become stagnant. Just like you have heard about at one time, Timothy, like they were in Dwarka, and Rukmini Mataji was there uh, sitting in the bed, and then Krishna is saying that I am just a gwala, I have no qualification, I have no education, but you were being married to Shishupal, and he is a king, and he is Chediraj, and why you did not, you could still go. Just by hearing these things, so he said that I give you freedom, you can still go, and her. She become unconscious. Her rings they fell down from her wrist. So in the same way, uh, sometime Krishna does jokes with Radharani, and there's Lalita and Vishakha help in that way. So this material world, or people uh, in this material world, they cannot remain happy in any caste. It would be very flickering happiness, uh, and then it will go away. But we want happiness, anandam mudivardhanam pratipadam purnamrata swadhanam. That ananda, because we are eternal soul, and we need eternal pleasure, and pleasure that always increases, and that is only with Krishna bhakti, Radharani bhakti. Cannot happen without Krishna. So sometime Radharani puts her gopis with Krishna just to have some en- enjoyment. Just 1 second, I will wait for Krishna. तो ठीक है, थोड़ा मैं प्रश्न वो अनाथा हमारे मैसेज से जरा कमरे में जाकर बोल दो, आपको प्रश्न देंगे, और आप मुझे वो एस्टीमेट भेज जरा भेज जो भी हम। हाँ, ओके, ये क्या है ये जो पीपी इसके नीचे उससे उसने भेज दिया उसने। हम्म, तो मैं थोड़ा मेरा क्लास कंटिन्यू रखूंगा। Okay, I hope you don't mind. Or you tell my wife, she will give some pressure. Take some pressure. Evening में तो कल राधाष्टमी है। Okay? Okay. Thank you so much. So, so Radha Rani is the highest truth. And even in Nimbarka Sampradaya, Pusti Marga, Gaudi Sampradaya, that she is very, very well liked. When they put her in the highest. So, and there is no difference between Radha and Krishna. They are same. One God, but to enjoy male and female form, from one they became two. Krishna is Rasraj, he is Murtiman Swarup of Ras, and Leela, and Radharani is Bhav Swarupa, Mahabhavami. Bhav means bhakti. Just before bhakti, there Bhav part comes. So we have Bhav means in the heart of God. It's all in the heart. So so whatever in the material world or spiritual world that you see bhakti, that is the prakash of Srimati Radharani, Swarup. Param Mahimamayi Srimati Radharani, that even Brahma, Buddha, and so many, they want to take the dust from the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. They want to become Gul, Lata, Aushadhi, Tran, that if some that gopis dust when they will walk, it will fall on us, so they want to become uh, Tran, Gulma, grass, something like that. So the Mukutmani, the top of the Gopangana is Srimati Radharani. Even Shankaracharya also wrote so many about Srimati Radharani, Vallabhacharya, Nimbarkacharya, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sanatan Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Rupa Goswami. They wrote so much glorification of Srimati Radharani in their literatures. Radharani's Mahima that they are singing. So, so what is this Radharani? And what is her bhav? So nobody can say what is her bhav. Even Brahmaji, Sheshnath, they cannot glorify Srimati Radharani or what is her bhav. That they cannot understand. Only Shyam Sundar relishes her bhav, but he himself is unable to describe the bhav our love of Srimati Radha. So tomorrow is the appearance day of Srimati Radharani, and so Srimati Radharani, how she appeared. So means there are many stories, and but one thing is that uh, this Govardhan mountain had given birth by worshipping many thousands of not Govardhan, this not the Govardhan, but Himalaya, and she had Parvati Devi, very beautiful. Then there's another mountain, Vindhya mountain. He also worshipped for many years, and then he asked that I should have a daughter more beautiful than Parvati. So by mercy of his guru, and he got the 8 daughters. So youngest one was Srimati Radharani, and here Putna, that Narad Muni told that, and that same Shakti, that Durga, she went with 10 hands that she wanted to crush her on the stone, but she went out of his hand, and then he said with the 10 arms, because he was a devotee of Durga. So she said that the person who is killed has already born somewhere else. So don't unnecessarily give trouble to the children. But he was a demon. He wanted to kill. He wanted to remain peaceful, that he would not die. So he, in this way, uh, uh, Utna went to Vindhya, and she heard about that there are 8 children. She was picking them one by one, and underneath her armor plates and on her shoulders, and so she took. But they became so heavy when they went to Raval, on Yamuna's Yamuna site, where there was a very brilliant lotus flower with 1,000 petals, and there were, so she fell right into that flower. And then Varshabhanu and Kirtita Sundari, who are the mother and father, they were looking, because they were also worshipping for many years to have a beautiful daughter. So Radharani's elder brother is Sridham, and younger sister, and that is uh, younger sister. Hmm, I can't remember the name. I will tell you later on. Anangamanjari. So anyway, so these are the his family. So they took and they gave uh, Palana, and everybody was very happy. They brought her to Barsana, and so she was not born in Barsana. It was in Raval and Vindhya Mountain's daughter. And so many festivals and many people brought so many different things for Srimati Radharani, but her eyes were closed and she could not look. She wanted to see Krishna first. So from Nandagaon, Krishna also are Vrindavan, and Krishna and Yashoda Mai, and because they were friends, and Krishna had 900,000 cows, and Vrishbhanu had 1100,000, 11 lakh gaye thi. So he went to pay respect and give some gifts to the daughter. So Krishna's aroma, just body air, just went to Radharani. She became smiling and she became very happy. And then Krishna came close to the her palna, and she opened eyes, and so much ecstasy, so much uh, ananda, bliss spread all over. And that's why. Uh, so that is about her birth. And this. Uh, so Radharani is saying to Krishna that whether you embrace me or you crush me underneath your feet, it does not matter. But even you embrace some other girls in front of me, but you are my prana. That is the Radharani, that she wants to see Krishna happy all the time. In her all the activity, even if she does man or sulky mood, but that is to just please Krishna, not that she has man or. So our there are all the people of us also is to see Krishna happy. Atmendriya Priti Vancha Tare Tare Bale Kam. If we want to please us, that is in the all material world, there is no law. Love word is only for Krishna. Love is prem, love is seva, love is bhakti, love is to see that Krishna is very happy in all the time. And so Atmendriya Priti Vancha Tare Bale Kam, Krishnendriya Priti Icha dhare prem na. Prem is only with Krishna. And so, and in material world, like Prahlad says that, please, I'm not a businessman. I'm not that I do something and I desire something. Please make my mind that I never ask for anything. I'm not a merchant. So, so Gopangana, they want to give Krishna everything, all pleasant. But Krishna, Krishna gives also Pratidhan, return back. For whatever they return back, they become more and more happier. Or they serve more and more. Not that they serve more and more. So that's why Krishna is saying that I cannot repay you. Na pareyaham niravadya sanyujam swaswabhukratya vividhayu shamya Shavah Yamam Bhajan Durjara Geha Shankala Sandrashyatah Padayatu Sadhu. See, they gave up their family, the friend, the reputation, the Vedic culture, everything they gave up for Krishna to see that Krishna is pleased. He was in the forest and he was blowing on the flute, and so that so they all came that Krishna wants us. So they always that our Pranath is Sakhi and Shri are saying that and it's a even if it's lumped, Sata, Dhurta, Dhoka Dena, but still they all loved him. Just like there is one thing uh, that is giving that there was one Kusta. Kusta means leprosy, and he had a Pativrata Shiromani wife. She was very much top class. She served her husband all the pus and worms and everything. So he desired that just like Radharani, that whatever that is the example that is given in the material world, that uh, he wanted to enjoy one prostitute, the most beautiful of the town woman who was a prostitute. So she would not come. She says, no, it's not possible. But then she served her to the extent of with no return in any back for long, long period of time. Then she told it that one day she became little mellow and asked that, well, you are serving me. What do you want? What I can do for you? She said that just please have my husband one day to sleep with you. So she said, I cannot go, but you could bring him at night time so nobody would see him. So she brings him, but on her shoulder he cannot walk. So uh, so she puts on her shoulders and take her to the prostitute. And but in the way, one rishi or Valkila rishis, they got in touch with him, and then their meditation. Or also uh, one Muni was on the Suli, and he got more pain, and he cursed that your husband, to whom you love so much, he will die in the morning. He won't be able to see. So she uh, heard that. Then she immediately decided, because of her pativrata, that if my mind was nowhere else, anywhere, then there should not be any son. And then there would be no son, there was no uh, Vedic sanskars, or nothing could be done. So everybody was disturbed. They all came to Brahmaji and Vishnuji, and they all came and they said that we will remove this curse. So let him die, uh, and then we will bring your husband again. He gave his leprosy was cured. He became very, very beautiful. So same thing like this Pativrata, she's billions of times more Pativrata. Srimati Radharani, her mind will never divert anywhere else. A Pativrata has lot of energy, lot of Shakti. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, this story is given. Kusti Viprera Ramani, Pativrata Shiromani, Pati Lagi Kaila Vaishara Seva. Stambhila Surya Gati, Jivaila Mratapati, Tusta Kaila, Mukhyatina Deva. All three Devata, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, became very happy uh, with her. So कृष्ण मोर जीवन, कृष्ण मोर प्राणधन, हृदय ऊपर धरो, सेवा करी सुखी करो, यही मोर सदा ध्यान रहे. That all the attention was there, that somehow to please Krishna. कांत सेवा सुख पूरा संगम है ते सुमधुर. So Krishna loves his devotees. Sometime he takes avatar in Vaikuntha. So Lakshmi ji also serves Krishna. She wants to join, but she could not join because of her Aishwarya Bhav. So sometimes Radharani becomes angry on Krishna, Tadan version. But he feels more happy Krishna by this way. That's why she does this rosh. And but it little bit practiced by Krishna, then she does man bhang. Man seva, then there is increase in the love. Mahaman one time, and Krishna will completely become tired. Sri Radhe tapso tav guna nahi bhayo. I have never done. He says that even I killed Hiranyakashipu, I killed Hiranyaksha, brought the this earth planet up on the it's a planetary system, killed Hiranyakashipu or Samudra Manthan, and he left at Mandarachal mountain. That it was not that much trouble for him as it is to keep Srimati Radharani happy. So they give an example of Chatak. Chatak is a bird who only drinks water flowing from the clouds at particular time period. He would not, and then she's always saying, Piyu, Piyu, Priyatam, Priyatam, Piyu, Piyu means Priyatam, Priyatam. So she, although there are so many rivers and oceans and many ponds, and but she does not. And she has so much love with these clouds that one time some Bahelia, he shoot this Chatak bird and he fell down in the Ganges river. So rather than drinking, and she was thirsty, so she put her, she turned her neck up towards the badan. And that if there is any water from there, I will drink, otherwise I will die. So much love. So that is चड़प चातक चित्त कबहु प्रिय पयोदन दोष तुलसी प्रेम पयो देखी ताते नापन जो. So joke means you cannot measure the love or the beloved, but that love fructifies are really, that is love between Radha and Krishna, and she is being helped by her sakhis, Ashta sakhis and gopis, and this manjaris. Manjaris are very innocent girls who help in these kunjas and activity and making betel nuts, and so Krishna and Radharani could enjoy together. So we are praying to Srimati Radharani that please give us your Radhika Charan Rani. That is the best. That if we take the dust of the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, then we could be purified. Krishna will see that she. So one time, like Radharani, like she cooks because she pleased the Durvasa Muni with his 10,000 disciples. So please them. So he gave the blessing that whatever you cook, then the life of the person who eats that would increase tremendously, millions of times. So she was being called by, when she heard this, Yashoda Mai, she calls Radharani to come and cook her Krishna. So he used to cook her Krishna. So Radharani, her name, Sudharas, Rasetum. So may my tongue always remains always chanting the name of Srimati Radharani. Pado tat pada kankini tasu charatam vranda tavi vitisu. So Radha Sudha Nidhi, Radharani, many things are written by Prabodhananda Saraswati. Also we get in the discussion about glories of Srimati Radharani. So Radha Rasa Sudhan. Another is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai. Ramananda Rai is Vishaka Sakhi. And Ramananda Rai, other personality is Surup Damodar. Surup Damodar is, but both are, they take the place, they change their place also. Is Lalita Sakhi. Lalita and Vishaka. They always serve Srimati Radharani. In Chaitanya Sampradaya, Rujjula Rasa is Srangar Rasa. That is the topmost. There are Parkiya Bhav and Sokya Bhav. Little bit about this. EverydayChant Kalapunsa Krishnastu Bhagwan Swam. Indrari Vyapuram Loke Pradayanti Yuge Yuge. So Parkiya Bhav. So Braja, in this Braja, there is Parikya Bhav. Parikya Bhav is not there in the spiritual kingdom, in the Golok Vrindavan, but Krishna comes to enjoy this Parikya Bhav. Because the mind is more. So what happened? How Radharani Krishna come to the material world to fight and kill the demons and have Parikya Bhav. And she wanted Radharani to come. But Radharani would not come without Yamuna, without uh, Govardhan. Krishna arranged for all this. But then, uh, so he was little bit, so he, her brother, when she was fighting with Krishna, I would not go and you do this. So her brother cursed her that you remain separate, you would not be able to see your beloved for 100 years. So that's why Krishna goes from Vrindavan to Mathura to Dwarka and then to uh, then to with the Pandavas. So anyway, this so Ujjvala Rasa, and we should understand all this through the scriptures, not by our mental concoction, not by so many people who wrote so many. So those is leelas, and people they derive this. Some people about this, but it is the most pure. Uh, this view, Parkiya Bhav means not with other woman, not with your married wife. When it is there, and that is most. Radharani was married to Abhimanyu, and her Kutila and Jatila were her sister-in-law and mother-in-law. But that is to increase the mellow of love and Parikyaras, where your mind is focused on, means if there is somebody has gone far away, the husband is gone far away, then how she thinks so much. And that way, Parikya Bhav, that husband is gone for 100 years. Although she was married in Brahma Puran, it says that uh, how she was married, that one time Nanda Maharaj took Krishna outside in the forest, and then so much rain, and there was Radharani came in her adulthood, very beautiful. And he knew Radharani. He gave the child to him, to her, and then Brahmaji comes and gets them married, and that marriage place is still there in Vrindavan. But nobody was there other than Brahmaji, Krishna, and Radha. So that was not accepted. But later on, when Brahmaji stole all the calves and all the gopas, and at that time, uh, the priest told that if at this time if you marry, they were all Krishna, then that would be the best time. So they were small children, 6, 7 year old. They were married, and so it is all to enjoy the parikyaras because everybody is Swakiya for Krishna. We are all Prakriti. Prakriti means striling, women, and we are meant to enjoy, to be enjoyed by Krishna. But somehow we want to enjoy our senses. And that's why separate place. Krishna is many energies. Parasha Shakti Vividha Shruyate. Our Shakti is internal energy. That is Krishna's all expansion, and marginal energy, that is all the Jiva soul, and Prakriti. And he impregnates the Prakriti just by seeing. So that is the, but this uh, Sandhini, Ladini, Sandhini, Samvit and Ladini. Sandhini is existential potency. That is all internal energy. 3 parts of internal. Samvit means all with the knowledge. We are not in knowledge. We don't read the scriptures. We don't really talk to the very elevated people who love Radha and Krishna. That's why we are in the material world. So we have to take shelter. Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite par, tumhara shakti aache. So Krishna we could have, and Radharani we could have. We could understand Radha and Krishna through uh, through a pure devotee, because he has Krishna in his, and he could give it. If somebody does not have Krishna, and you go to any impostor or any scriptures which is not pure enough, who talks about, we go to so many kundas, so many places, so many sadhus, and that's why we are defeated, and we can't go back to Krishna's abode in their loving service. So although you could, other than Krishna, you could have other people also, sir, like Ram, Narayan, Narasimha, others. In Srivas Thakur Mahaprabhu, Murari Gupta was Lord Shri Ramchandra. She was Narayan devotees. And Narasimha Narasimhananda, he used to love Narasimha Bhagwan. Anyway, there is Nigam Shastra, they all say. So without Shruti and Smriti, we will go and serve so many other demigods or so many this uh, like this so many this what you call Navgraha and Graha Seva. It's not necessary. In front of Krishna, they cannot do anything. So there is a verse in Chaitanya Manjusa. Aradhyo Bhagwan Vrajesh Tanaya. We should do Aradhana to Vrajesh Tanaya. Vrajesh Tanaya, Vrajesh means Nanda Maharaj. And it's Tanaya, Tanaya means son. That is Krishna. Vrajesh Tanaya, Tadhama Vrindavana. That and who are in Vrindavan. Their dham is in Vrindavan because gopis are there. Kala Dala or Pata Pat par Radhe Radhe. They are chanting always the name of Radha. That's why one should go to at least to get our batteries recharged. Srila Prabhupada sometime in Vrindavan and live there. You smell, see the dust, and Krishna walk, Radharani is there. So everybody, even rickshaw wala, they chant Radhe, Radhe. So we should. So how that we should aradhana? Ramya Kachit Upasana Vrajvadhu Vargena Yakaki. Varki, different kinds of gopis are there. So we should do in their bhav, any follow-ups. There are 4 different kinds of Vraj gopis and we should follow in their footsteps. I would not go in detail. But what is the Praman? Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam. Bhagavat is saying it is Srimati Radharani. Although Radharani's name is not mentioned, but it is there somewhere that so we should, because this Sukdev Goswami was a so-called parrot of Srimati Radharani in Golok Vrindavan. And he came as Sukdev Goswami. And if he would have spoken about Radharani even once chanted, she would go into ecstasy and unconscious. He would not be able to finish his Bhagavatam in 7 days. So that's why it's hidden that Radharani's name is hidden. So Parkya Bhav is very, very special because it's not to be derived. Foolish people, they say Krishna's all the activity, Divya Karma. It's not ordinary. And he has nothing to do with Prarabdha. We are forced by the Prarabdha. So Janma Karma Chame Divyam Evam Yoveti Tatvata. Yakta Tattva means knowing that Krishna is completely supremely independent, Swarat, and we are dependent on our karma. And Krishna is not. He does not have to do anything but to increase our melon to attract us. The main thing purpose of Srimati of Bhagavatam is that people by reading that they will get attracted to Krishna. That Krishna, that's why initially like Sukdev Goswami would not come out of the mother's womb. He remained 16 years in the womb of his mother. But then Krishna came and he said that he would not be affected by Maya. So please come. And then he would like when this girls were bathing in Yamuna naked, but when they saw Sukdev Goswami, they did not feel any difference because he's seeing from the level of the soul. We see from the level of the body outside, how beautiful, how they are. And that's what that is the difference that materialistic people live the outside, but the devotees they see inside that they are all part of Krishna. So kartum akartum अन्यथा kartum samartha. So भगवान का जन्म कर्म दिव्य है. They are not, and we are paratantra jiva, not. So that's why if we do some activity like Krishna reciprocate, bhajate taradrashi krina, ya sutro tatparo bhavet, we become his part and parcel. So who's Swakiya and who's Parkiya? We call ourselves Swakiya, but that we have our wives and all these things, but we are all Parkiya because we are meant to serve Krishna. We are all serving some Maya. And by serving Maya, we get entangled in material world. But if we serve Radharani, so this Bhandir one that I was telling that Krishna got married by Brahmaji, but there was nobody, neither Var, Ristedar, or Vadhu ke Ristedar. So what kind of marriage is this? Marriage means it is like socialized by the people who are coming, and then they all accept. I told you about Sandini, Samvit, and Ladini. So Radharani is the Ladini Shakti pleasure. I told you this. Atmendriya Priti वा इच्छा तार बलि काम कष्टेंद्रिय प्रीति इच्छा धरे प्रेम नाम कामेर तात्पर्य नीचे संभोग केवल. That काम means our संभोग. कृष्ण सुख तात्पर्य है प्रेम to trouble. So this understanding Swakya and Parkya, it is not easy are, are many, many millions and trillions of people. And only this Parikya Bhav is there in Gaudiya Sampradaya and some, but that nobody understands this. So I will little bit about Krishna and how it is in most Chaitanya Charitamrita. I was telling about Ramananda Rai, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya told to Krishna when he was going to South that please see, he is very premi rasik bhakta. Yes, uh, so you should see Ramananda Rai. Ramananda Rai has said that he is Lalita Vishakha Sati, but also sometimes uh, uh, Lalita Sati also Vishakha. So Kanta Prem, the highest sadhya. So this is their discussion. So one time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went uh, to Godavari Tat, and there was a discussion and the exalted position of conjugal love for Krishna. Various process of attaining Krishna's favor, whatever relationship is developed is with the Lord is the best for all. Him is still considering neutrality that there are higher and lower degrees of love. There are means Dasharas and stuff, but Madhurya Ras is the topmost. Just like uh, there is earth, water, fire, air, ether. But earth has all the qualities of the other thing. Earth has the qualities of fire, water, ether, akash, all these things are there. So the exalted position of the gopis are very, very exalted. And yeah, so as one surrenders, Krishna rewards us. Krishna has made a core promise that ye yatha mam prapadyantu itnas tatheva bhajamya. We do worship Krishna, Krishna worships us. He can say that he cannot be you. Na pare hum, we read that verse. So Radha Prem, Krishna's sweetness increases in the company of the gopis. Although, like one time, he said that if you want to see the beauty, then Krishna's beauty increases more and more. Krishna's sweetness increases more and more. So Krishna's Madhurya, sweetness increases more and more with Srimati Radharani. So Radharani uh, relishes the nectar uh, of Lord Krishna, Madhurta, Madhur Ras. Krishna has Madhur Ras, and Radharani is the best servier and the best relisher of that Madhur Ras. Nobody can relish as because she has the service attitude, and no one in the material world other than Sri Radharani. So, uh, so, so Srimati Radha, so Radha Kund is also famous. So that's why Krishna he cannot relish his own sweetness, like the sugar candy cannot relish how sweet or how nice or even rasgulla. So that you have to become ashraya and so he takes like Radha and Radharani is the ashraya and he is the supporter of the ashraya. So Radha, so Ananya Radhika Nunam Bhagwan Harir Ishwara Yanno Vihaya Govinda Ritoyam Anand. So one time what happened that Radharani uh, felt that he because he was the topmost of the gopi. Krishna is dancing with so many gopis, one in between the two gopis. So with so many gopis and so many Krishna, that is the expansion. But Radharani left in some man that she left the Ras dance. And Krishna did not feel happy. He stopped dancing. He went to search for Srimati Radharani. Then he saw, and then later on, Radharani says that I am the topmost. So she had little that is man and this is not material, has nothing to do with material. She says, I am very much tired. Krishna lifts her on her shoulder, but later on she feels that I am the so she has all this spiritual uh, jealousy with other gopis. So Krishna puts her and he disappears. Then all the other gopis they are searching. Even Vishnu came. They said that have you seen our Krishna? And he did not say anything. So like Lord Ramchandra, he was so much in love with Sita Devi. Even he is asking stones, trees, rivers, mountains that uh, Sita, Sita, Sita. That is just the ecstasy. Although that was not even real Sita. It was uh, Agni Dev took that, and then when Ravan took real Sita, the uh, this not Sita, not the, but false Sita. replica of Sita. Then he brought her back anyway. So Ramananda Rai is telling more and more, and then he says that I cannot go any more further. So, so Krishna, then the Krishna. So please explain Krishna. So Swarup Damodar, not so Ramananda Rai, is that you are, I am like a veena, strings, and you are the one who is playing these strings. Or I am like a puppet, and whatever you say is you put in my heart, and I speak that. So you are, so Krishna is listening to Krishna. It was not like Ramananda Rai discussion we say, and then so Kibo Vipraki, so Lada Chaitanya, who can be a guru? And Lada Chaitanya replied, I'm a Mayavad sannyasi, I do not know. But Ramananda Rai says that whatever you are, I'm speaking your words that you are giving. So do not try to cheat me. As a learned sannyasi, my mind is just describing the truth of Radha and Krishna. Ramananda Raya was a great devotee and a lover of God, and although his mind could not be covered by Krishna's illusory energies, and although uh, he could understand the Lord's mind, which was very strong and intense. So Ramananda Raya said that that I am like puppet and you are the puppeteer. You make me dance, make me dance, make me dance. There are many verses. So 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 glories of Srimati Radharani is the chief gopi, is the Prema Swarup Deha, Prema Vibhuti, Krishna. Means there are many qualities of Srimati Radharani, but some of the qualities I will uh, like there are 28 names. Not much time is left, but you might be hearing these names of Srimati Radharani. 28 names are being sung, and also Radha Rasheshwari Ramya Krishnam uh, मंत्राधिदेशेवता सर्वाध्या सर्ववंद्या वृंदावन विहारिणी वृंदा राधा वृंदा is also रमा सोच्या गोपी मंडल पूजिता सत्या सत्यपरा सत्यभामा श्री कृष्ण वल्लभा वृषभानुसुता गोपी गोपी मूल प्रकृति ईश्वरी गांधर्वा राधिका रम्या रुक्मिणी परमेश्वरी परात परतरा पूर्ण पूर्णानंद नंद विमानस भुक्ति मुक्ति प्रदा देवी भव व्याधा विनाशिनी all kinds of material diseases everything could be removed by Srimati Radharani just by remembering. It is not easy to please Krishna, but easy to please Radha. So that's why in Hare Krishna mantra, first word is Hare, that is Srimati Radharani. So there are in this Radharani's 25 qualities are also there. Others, Madhura means that is very sweet. Navayavana, Navachaya, Chalapanga, Apang Tirsi Chitwan, से देखना उज्ज्वल स्मिता मंद हास्य is very चारु सौभाग्य रेखा all the bodily feature has so many marks that are there. Gandhon Madhika, that just by the smell of the air going through, Krishna becomes very happy through Radharani's garments. Uh, Krishna becomes Unmatta. Sangeeta Prasara Bhikya Ramyava Narma Pandita, she is always speaks very softly. Vinita, that she is always humble. Karuna Purna, Vidagdha Madhav, like there were, this Rupa Goswami was writing one book only about Radharani. Then Radharani appeared that you write two books. Vidagdha means a Chatur, very special. And there is Lalit, and uh, about this Dwarka Leela, you write in the Lalit Madhav. So he wrote two separately because of the order by Srimati Radharani, Rupa Goswami. And Chaturya Shalini, Lajja Shila, Sumareda, she remains in her Maryada. Dharya Shalini, Gambhira Shalini, Suvilasa, Arsavilas, Mandhasya Pulak, Mahabhav Paramotkarsh Tarshini, Gokula Prema Vasiti, Gokul Vasi. Everybody loves Srimati Radharani. गर्व प्रीत गुरु स्नेहा सखी प्रणयाधीना कृष्ण प्रिया बलि मुख्या Santatashaya Keshava. Keshav always remains under her grip. That is called Santatashaya Keshava. Anyway, this is about Radha and Krishna and Vraj Ras. It's very, very special. One should try to go to Vraj and learn about Srimati Radharani and feel that, because they are there hidden. Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. Vrindavana Parityajya, but they are, before you could see them, but now they are hidden from our eyes. And from one place they go to another Brahmand, another Brahmand, another Brahmand. So it's like if you put a something Mombati and move it, then it's all the time that you see that there is a light. So same thing, they are always here. And by going we are when we go to Vrindavan, we see so many defects, but we are hovering in the clouds. We are not really coming to real Vrindavan. But one has a love for Radha and Krishna, and by service attitude and very humble, then they will be able to see the real Vrindavan. Like one time, this like one king wanted to build, like, let me just serve you to Haridas. Haridas will build uh, that steps. So when he saw it was all transcendental gem. Even if I see the whole, like sell my whole kingdom, I cannot build just even one step. So anyway, that is, so there are gopis love and there is love of the, so the gopis, there is selfless desire to satisfy Krishna. Raga Nuga Marga, there is two Marga, and only through the Raga Marga. Raga means attachment to Krishna. We are attached to so many material things, that's why in the material world. But one is attracted by the gopis love, Gopi Bhavanamrat. So we have to give up the regulative principles of the Ved Dharma and completely surrender into Krishna. And so Raga Noga Marga, Krishna, the son of Yashoda, is accessible to those devotees engaged in spontaneous loving service. It's automatically that you love Krishna. You think of Krishna everywhere you see. But one who is following so many rules and regulations, and they cannot obtain Krishna's. So there are this conclusion that the one path, accept the mood of the gopis and always think of pastimes of Radha and Krishna. One who serves the Lord in Aishwarya Gyan, but does not follow in the footsteps of the gopis, they cannot attain Krishna. Even Lakshmi also could not attain Krishna. In Bhelwan, she is still like doing austerities. So Ramana Rai appealed that you came here just to show me causeless mercy. Stay here for some time, and he stayed in that place for 10 days. Because he said that, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked that you come, you give up your all the material duties. He was a minister for that. So he said that you come to Jagannath Puri and we will relish the pastimes. So all the time they were talking, and he came to Jagannath Puri, Ramananda Rai. And then he revealed his form, 600 form to that. He said that nobody has ever told me this thing, although he was a very, very learned devotee, Lalita Sakhi. So he knew Ramananda Rai, so he showed him his 600 form. Krishna Tattva, Radha Tattva, Prema Tattva, Sat, Rasa Tattva, Leela Tattva, Vividha Prakar. So he saw Shyam Sundar, and so Radha and Krishna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance, as I told you, to relish why three reasons: internal reason, external reason to spread the name of the Lord, but internal reason that what is my sweetness, what is the how she relishes my sweetness, and what is the bhav, mood, and she becomes so happy by serving me. She's serving me and she becomes happy. Here in the model world we serve, we become, oh, when I could give up this service. I cannot do anymore. I'm tired. I have to sleep. So that is something different. But the spiritual world is always, they are looking to serve. Radha and Krishna, particularly Radharani, always like to serve. So Dhir Lalit, Radharani is the embodiment of the spiritual energy. And let's say Radharani is therefore known as Govinda Nandini, Govinda Mohini. So he gives pleasure, Govinda Nandini means he gives pleasure to Krishna. She attracts Krishna. So anyway, Lord Chaitanya Ramananda Raya talked many times. Those uncommon pastimes of Lord Chaitanya are most confidential. One can derive benefit quickly only by faith. Otherwise, we have to have a faith. Ado Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sangha Bhajana Kriya Anartha Nivritti Shat. Then uh, Shraddha Ruchi, like initially Shraddha and becomes firm of faith. Then Ruchi, Bhav, and then Mahaprem. So all this, there are different stages. So we should please pray to Srimad Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srimati Radharani that please give us the shelter of your lotus feet, dust of your lotus feet, and that is very, very. So I will end here. If anybody has any comments or questions, or one should read those books and understand about the glories of Srimati Radharani. Just by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Radha, 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 one can immediately develop static love. Krishna wants like that like you become qualified and give up your all the religiosity, but Radharani does not demand all this. Sarva dharman parityaja mam ekam shranam raja. Tvam sarva papi I will free you from. So people are afraid from some sinful activity if we give up our dharma. But Krishna says that you give up all your dharma. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shows by his example that you just worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he removes all obstacles in our service to Krishna and understanding Srimati Radha. So anybody has any comments, questions? It's a big topic, very large topic. This Radha Govinda Maharaj used to talk many days about Srimati Radharani. His love for Radharani is very, very great. And Radha Rasudhanidhi, you could read that. And Jayadev Goswami is writing on those things. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to read about Radharani and Krishna. Although he is Krishna himself, but he is worshipping himself in form of Radharani. Okay, anybody has any comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please go ahead, Maharaj. I ask every day. I rather keep quiet.
Oh, so should I go more on this? There is some songs that of Radharani. I told you about 28 names of Srimati Radharani, 25 qualities of Srimati Radharani. We talked about her birth from Vindhya mountain and how this, I will just summarize what we discussed about how she fell on the 100 petals lotus. And so her birthplace is in, what is the name of the town? Raval. So her birth is in Raval. And but they were worshipping uh, Varshabhanu and Kirtida Sundari. So that's why they took her. She was so beautiful, she would not open her eyes until she see Krishna. And so in this way, there are many, many qualities. But if we worship Radharani, Krishna is automatically pleased. Ra means Krishna, even if he hears the name Radha, just Ra, then he immediately Dha means Dhavamana. Dhavamana means he runs towards that person who is chanting Radha's name. So Krishna is easily becomes pleased by serving Srimati Radharani. Then they are not different. These two forms, from one they become two, from two they become one. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Gaudiya Vaishnava knows more about, and also this Premananda Maharaj, he also chants Radha Radha. He wants the people to chant and develop their love for Radha. But our process is we are Gaudiya Vaishnavas, Srila Prabhupada's disciple. So Srila Prabhupada has spread this, it's so kindly, so merciful that Prabhupada has spread this chanting of the holy name all over the world. It's not easy. Nobody has done so far in any religiosity, or nobody will be able to do that, what Prabhupada has done. So he made a society, he thought that without society, although his Guru Maharaj also did 64 matas for Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, but he did many, many times more. He asked that you are English, is like speaking, you went into Scottish Church College, so you preach this in the English speaking world. So Chaitanya, this Our Prabhupada, he came to America just on a Jalduta. Had nothing, not even 40 rupees, came back to India. Back. But somehow he managed to stay in the cold winter, cold days, and he prayed to Krishna that please give me the language that people could hear and they could understand. And because he was so pure, and still our movement is growing, that is because that energy is coming from Krishna, is purity. Purity is the force. So we have to always glorify Srila Prabhupada, and by his mercy, we are here today. Everybody in foreign countries would have been contaminated by eating all four sinful activities: meat eating, gambling, intoxication, illicit relations. And uh, Indian people, youth, is so much, I feel, uh, very much like not only ashamed, but very sad that people are following just some cell phone and they watch something, what is happening, how they become happy. But it is not happy, it is hippies that they are becoming. People used to live in the naked farms in California, and Prabhupada brought many people from there and they become pure devotees. So by just chanting, our heart would get purified, or all the misgivings. But you start with chanting, proper prasad, proper food association, but serving Vaishnavas, Agyat Sukrati, that will bring you to the lotus feet of Agyat Sukrati. That way, our all the misgiving, all the simple activity they remove. Then we develop the real uh, knowledge, uh, real knowledge that we are only meant to serve Krishna. Krishna produced us from one to many. Eko vai bhavusya. From one he becomes so many to exchange of love. But rather than exchange of love to Krishna, we are we are loving our senses. We are loving to please our extended senses. Extended means relations, but they are cannot fulfill the soul's desire. The soul wants to increase ecstasy, increase ananda, not ananda that gets finished. If you eat 10 rasgulla, then 10, 15, 20, you will start vomiting. You won't like it. You will hate it. But somehow, by Krishna's mercy, he comes to save us from this ocean. Ocean becomes so small, it could be kept in the footprints of the calves in the rainy season. So that little water, so he makes it so small. Or if you are still drowning, and then Krishna comes at the uh, on the back of the Garud, and he picks us up by giving us his hand. So we could go up. Even we are drowning in the material world, but if we start chanting, or if we are uh, chanting ahead of the time, and then this our material world becomes very bhavasagar, and we are drowning there. And we have gone through so many years, billions and billions of years we have gone through. And many times we were with Krishna. But just like Duryodhana could not understand, even he showed his Virat Roop, he could not understand because of the sins that he has created with the devotees. So one should never have like this, not to like deride Vaishnavas or follow the 10 regulatory principles. Then you could develop love for God much easily. 10 offenses to be avoided in chanting the holy name. So holy name is like a nectar, and it could keep you in spiritual, or even in the material world. We could be uh, this free from our bodily conception. Yeah, that's why this Krishna and Arjun, Nar Narayan Rishi, still doing prayers, are still there in Badrikash. So we could go and beg mercy from them. Narad Muni is also going places to places, but Narad Muni is in the Dasya Bhav. They want that we should raise Kandu in Madhurya Ras or 40. All the other rasas are included automatically. But not that everybody has to go to that. Everybody has a that their Swarup Siddhi. Everybody is a Swarup, not that you have to practice. When you come and you get purified, automatically you will know. Just like a cow can see her calf from millions of other children, but she will recognize. Same thing we will recognize that this is our for Hanuman ji would never like to become like Sita or Prayasi or he always like to serve. But one can change that for temporary to serve Krishna. But otherwise, just like Rupa and Sanatan Goswami's brother, uh, he loved Lord Ramchandra. And his brothers told that your brothers are all following Jiva Goswami, and that was your son, and we are all following Lord Krishna. Why not you become Krishna Bhakt? But at night time he could not sleep and said that how I could give up my beloved Lord Ramchandra. So any form of the Lord is fine, and but Krishna name is very, very attractive. You could chant Krishna's names, Hare Krishna mantra, and that will give the greatest siddhi. But our mind should be there, our bhav should be there. If we chant just our mind is somewhere absorbed, then it is better. So how, like you could worship in your e- even by the means of bhavagrahi Janardhan. So you could worship by the mind, and Krishna accept that also. There is one may say I don't have time. So whenever there is little bit time or even 5 minutes, 2 minutes, one can chant Radha Radha, Hare Krishna mantra, and offer things there. Bring all the flowers in mind that when you see nice garden, then these flowers are meant for Krishna. You see so much nice smell, so much itra or betel nut, beetles and nice food and so many bhogas. So when you see some, oh, he's cooking, one person had, he saw so many jalebis were being cooked. It is given in Chaitanya Charitam. And he offered in his mind. Then he went to the temple and he saw that jalebis are kept there. Krishna is enjoying those jalebis. So what I'm saying that Bhavagrahi Janardhan, if you do by your bhava or your mind, Krishna accepts that also. So one cannot complain that I don't have time. I have that. He can still serve Krishna in mind also, in the bhav. So bhav should be there. One time, like one devotee was offering milk. Milk was too hot. So in the mind he was offering. So he put his finger and he developed blisters later on. Because Krishna accept, he took it that it is so hot and he's trying to cool it down. So one should know, you tell Krishna beforehand, please drink after half an hour. Like before sleeping, Krishna likes to drink some hot milk. So you give it to him. But you should cool it down or don't heat it up so much that Krishna's tongue and belly gets burned. And so one time Krishna, this mm, like Rukmini, and they came to meet Radharani. Radharani, they made very short time in Kurukshetra. Otherwise, 100 years they were separated. So they offered Radharani some milk. Radharani drank that. And then they saw uh, the Krishna has blisters in his feet the next day. How come it is? Because Radharani has the lotus feet in her heart, and that got burned. So there are many, many stories and about Jatila and Kutila and how he used to meet Radharani, Krishna, and many stories that you could read. This uh, Bhakti, uh, not Bhakti Rasamrat Swami, uh, but from Bengal. He wrote 2 books about Srimati Radharani's glories. So one can read those also. So we should always be absorbed in reading, chanting, seeing the devotees, serving them by the heart, and not in that way by because the devotees who are engaged in service of Radha and Krishna, they could give Krishna Bhakti to others easily, rather than serving some Shani and so many devatas and to get material pleasure. They are all material things. There's nothing to do with Krishna or Radha Rama. They are all material giver. They could give you, but that Shakti also comes from Krishna. So Krishna says uh, that whether you want material benefits or you want uh, spiritual benefits, he is willing to give everything to you. And so you could be pleased. One time, one children were near Radhakund. Children were beating to one this what we call sword pig, and then he hid inside underneath there was a little cave, and then they put fire in that. So she was this pig started saying like Radha, Radha. So Radharani came immediately and saved her. In this way, Radharani's mercy goes beyond. Nobody can describe her mercy. Nobody can describe her simple heart. Nobody can describe how easily she would be pleased. But we have to try. We have to beg. And We don't have Radha Kripa Kataksha Stotra and others are there, and one can, that is even lot of Shiva chants also. But Lord Shiva could not enter the Ras dance initially. But it was by the mercy of Lalita Sachi that you take the bath in this kunda and then Mansi Ganga. And then you come as a, although she was dressed like a gopi by his own wife, uh, but she was recognized and he was a staff to come to in the Ras Leela. So anyway, Tukaram was also taken by Lord Shiva. He was worshipped by Lord Shiva. Then he took them to Ras Leela because he could go there. Then he gave the service, like there the gopis, they gave him the service of lamp, mashal. And his hand was burning and he was holding it all the time until his hand was just burned completely. And by the mercy of Krishna, that was he developed the beautiful hand back again. So in how much attention that one has to pay in the service of Krishna and Radha. So Radha Krishna doing the one body, but they have taken one soul, but two bodies. And again they combine in form of Chaitanya. So again, thank you so much. If it's still like there is any comments, questions, any additions, subtractions, we can discuss.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, my Danat Pranam to you. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you so much for the wonderful class. About Radha Ashtami, it's like, we're celebrating tomorrow. India also, it's tomorrow, right? Sunday?
Yes, Sunday.
Yeah. It's like tomorrow is everywhere on this planet Earth.
So at 12 o'clock, one should do some abhishek. And Radharani likes arbi. Arbi is halwa, arbi is sabji, and also this singara, chestnut, halwa you could make that, some sweet rice and nice preparations, so many different kinds. But arbi she especially likes. She wears bluish because the bluish color is sky blue color, so she likes to it. But sometimes she likes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's like golden. She's a Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, Radhe Vrindavaneshwari, Varshabhanu Sute Devi, Pranamami Haripriya. So go ahead.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you so much. Like, yes, arbi sabji we can make for the pleasure of Radharani.
Pakoda and sabji and halwa and everything you could make
What
with
is
arbi.
chestnut is what, Prabhuji? Chestnut is?
Singada.
Singhada. Okay.
Yeah, that is.
Okay, Singhada is the one that they are, it's green silka outside, inside it's white.
Yes.
So how the is it? Does
It
it come
becomes
with
a dry and they crush it and make the powder. You could get it in Indian.
Singhora atta. Okay, we use on Ekadashi.
Yes.
Singhora.
Rajgara atta, Singhara atta.
Okay, so
But
we can make like chapati, something like that.
Right. Fast until 12 o'clock.
Okay.
And they distribute prasad and invite everybody. And evening you have nice kirtans about Radharani.
Yes, Maharaj.
So there is not time for Radha. There are many songs about Radharani. One can sing them. And do Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Yes, Maharaj. So Maharaj, you were in your class, you were speaking about the bird, There's this bird who only drinks water from the sky.
Chatak bird.
Chatak bird. So what is the relevance of what do we learn from Chatak bird?
That he does not leave the shelter of the clouds that he likes. So we should not leave the shelter of Radha and Krishna, whom we worship. Not that sometime he would not drink water, so we would not drink to go to any demigods or any others. Even he fell down by the arrow of the hunter in the Ganges water, but she would not take Ganges water. She put her head up to look the clouds in the hope that there may be some rain or some, but then she died it. So we should also give our body, and remember, if there is some obstacles comes, then we should give our body for Krishna's service. It should not have, because we will go back to Krishna's abode. Chaitanya Malaya, Arjun wanted to become a sannyas, not to fight. But Krishna told her that is your duty, you are a Kshatriya. So our duty is a part of Krishna is to serve Krishna.
Yes, yes. Wonderful example. I mean, how this bird, from these examples, one can understand bhakti, So thank you for
Right, right.
Yeah, yeah.
I told you about how much that one lady who served her husband as a Pativrata, who had this leprosy, and she took him on her shoulder too, and she could even please the Devi gods, and even Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh came. Sun would not rise. So these are the power of Pativrata. So how much Pativrata is Srimati Radharani? Millions of times. This is material example I am giving.
Okay, in comparison to that, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yes. Thank you so much for sharing all these stories and introduction to Radharani ji. And, normally we only hear this, before Radha Ashtami, but there's so many glories of Radharani. We should hear all year round, actually.
Yeah, right. We should be, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for
Our worship of the deity should be Srimati Radharani. So Radha and Krishna together. We cannot just worship Srimati Radharani and Sri Krishna alone. If we are worshipping Sri Krishna alone, then it is it is not like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radha and Krishna. Otherwise, it is Narayan worship or Vishnu worship, Lakshmi Narayan worship. But if you have Radharani, Krishna, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is the Krishna's worship.
Very nice, very nice. And, there was one thought coming, but I just forgot. Wanted to mention that, but it's wonderful that it's a yeah. You talked about Premananda Maharaj. You said
Because
that
many people are, and he is
he
worshipper of Radha.
he says
He is
Radha
worshipper
Radha
of Radha.
karo, Radha Radha
Huh?
jap karo. He says I see a couple of videos of his. He says,
Right.
Radha Radha jap karo, but then what happens is in our Mahamantra we have Radha Rani as Hare.
Yeah, it's already there. So we don't have to, we should do our Gaudiya Vaishnava song or chanting. Okay.
Yeah. And also like Hare is there in the Mahamantra. And also we worship like Sita Ram and Lakshmi Narayan and all these together. So I think that way, is it when we do the Mahamantra also, it is Radha and Krishna, we are worshiping, we are also.
But if one wants, one have love for Ram, you could chant Sita Ram or Lakshmi Narayan. There is nothing harm. But the topmost is this Parikya Bhav with Radha and Krishna. There is no Parikya Bhav in Ram and Sita.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, what is Parikya Bhav?
Parikya means loving your paramour more than your own husband, because the mind is, when the husband is away and then that is not married is that it is complacency, it is all there and you could enjoy anytime, but you enjoy in Parikya Bhav more than your own wedded husband or wife. And now you may say that is it promoted? No, it is topmost. Even Sukdev Goswami was asked, and so we cannot mimic Krishna's, what Krishna is doing. He is the Supreme Personality. We are all ladies. We are all Prakriti. Prakriti means women. And we are all meant to serve Krishna. So we are all his wives. But we are getting another wife or another husband. And that's a cheating. We are already cheating. We should worship only Radha and Krishna. Not, but our attention is on our own family, our own husband, our own. So those are all not really topmost. You do take care of your duties, but in the mind you should always be absorbed, like in a Parikya Bhav, mind always absorbed. Just like Prabhupada gives the example that if the husband is away and how much she like waits, makes like this, what is it? Anyway, that when you are waiting for somebody, it's so much more love rather than immediately available. We want to increase our love for Krishna, service attitude for Krishna. That's why there is Parikya Bhav.
And also, like, I want to add, Maharaj, like, the more there is discontentment in the relationship relating to, husband, sister, brothers, the better it is actually, because, that way we'll get more attached to Krishna.
Not like that. No. We should do our duty as a housewife or as whatever it is, your children.
Yeah,
Should
we are
do
doing
your work
duty,
as a
Maharaj.
duty, but not like they are replacing with Krishna.
Yeah.
Or my duty to family is Krishna's worship. No, Krishna is a separate personality of Godhead, and we should worship him. Should have his place, but not to give up your regular Varnashram duties.
Yes,
Although
I was saying in context to Srila Prabhupada because he was not very attached to his wife because she would not listen to him.
nobody should be attached to wife or husband, should be attached to Krishna. But do your duty.
Yeah. That's it. You got the right words, Maharaj. Yes, but little bit attachment you have to keep ताकि वो duty चलती रहे. Like, I mean, we just can't be like totally detached. Then we will not be able to do duty at all.
No, not attached. Attachment is something different. Attachment should be only for Krishna. But duty means ordinarily what you have to do according to Varnashram, that you do it. But when you develop your so much attachment to Krishna and in the Krishna bhajan and the scriptures, and then gradually you get. That's why there is this brahmacharya, grahastha, vanprastha, sannyas. So one has to go not until the death you are attached to family.
So, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, it is very clinical when we say that we should not be attached. But if we break it down, suppose the husband gets sick, where we just do our duty, we don't feel for the person, then we are, that is what, how, can you break it down into day-to-day some examples? What is attachment?
Attachment without which you cannot live. Means you have to attach so much that you just think that my pran just that I told you that asli shiva padartam penustuma madarshanam marmatam karotva. That is Radharani's feelings. So if your husband is sick or something is there, you take care of that. You take to doctor, you give medicines, you give him food, but that's not mean that your mind should be away from Krishna and Radha. So that is also a duty, part of your duty as a householder. You should take care of your children, educate them.
So we go to our job, Prabhuji. I know all the time one has been hearing this, but today I'm a little intrigued because when we go to our work, when we are working, we're very clinical about our work, right? We go do our work, and of course you do over and above a little of your responsibilities, but you don't get affected. So, but when you're dealing with human beings at home and there's so much close proximity, it's very difficult to be so clinical like your work. Like just do your duty and that's it. And then let me ask you, Prabhuji, isn't that very difficult?
It is difficult. That's why it is said that Manushanam Shastreshu Kasyan Yatapi Siddhaye Yatatam Api Siddhanam Kasyan Mam Vetti Tattva. To know Krishna in Tattva is difficult. So we should associate with those people who are attached to Krishna, who always chant, whose mind is not in the material enjoyment. Because we are part of Krishna, we have to go back home, back to Krishna's abode in his loving service. If we are attached in the material world, then there are attachment anywhere, even in another living being also. Lion loves his cubs, even madhumakkis, or even this. So many other birds, they all have love for their family. Cow and buffaloes, and so we don't have to come to that lower level. We should think of Krishna and Radha, and you should understand Krishna even in your time. Like you may not be able to do Diti Seva and dress them, but in your mind you could do it. That's what I told you about how finger burning and all this. If you do with your bhav bhakti, that is Krishna also accepts that. Krishna is so kind, Radharani is so kind. But we have to bring them in our life and with full attachment and do your duty. वो मोदी जी भी कहते थे, हाथ से काम मन में राम या मुख में राम. So you should do whatever your duty is, you do it.
Thank you, Prabhuji. And what is Aishwarya Bhav, Prabhuji?
And opulence. I'm so great, I'm so learned, I'm so PhD, I have so much big, beautiful face, beautiful body, so many friends, so much opulence.
So you're saying Lakshmi ji did not have, because of her Aishwarya Bhav, she could not get a
Yeah, she
finish.
would not enter into the Ras dance.
Ah.
Association with Krishna, she could not get it. So if we also have, but Lakshmi ji always serves Narayan. Narayan and Krishna is not different. But there is some four special qualities in Krishna. Madhurya, Roop Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, Prem Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, which is not there in any another incarnation.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else has any?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Danvat Pranam. This is Praveen Govindas from Charlotte.
Okay, Prabhu.
So, Prabhuji, when we say that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears when Vraja Krishna comes, and then we
Right.
talked about another Krishna which doesn't leave Vrindavan. So, how many
No,
types of Krishna?
Same Krishna. No. One Krishna and Radha, they are in Golok Vrindavan. And then they come to it to have play or to do their Leela in the material world to attract us. If they do not come, यदि प्रभुपाद नहीं आते तो क्या होता? यदि कृष्णा नहीं आते या चैतन्य महाप्रभु नहीं आते तो हाउ यू लर्न अबाउट द राधा भाव एंड कृष्ण भाव एंड व्हाट इज अवर ड्यूटी? हम मटेरियल वर्ल्ड में घूमते रहते, सड़ते रहते, तो हमें ये भगवान आकर के हमें अट्रैक्ट करने के लिए आए, इसीलिए वो अलग अलग तरह की लीलाएं करते हैं. So we could develop our love for that place, that we should go there. Why to suffer? In the material world, it is all suffering. There is no prem. It is all exchange of मैं आपकी पीठ खुजलाता हूँ, आप मेरी पीठ खुजलाओ. तो ये बिजनेस हुआ. हम बिजनेस माइंडेड हो चुके हैं सभी. मुझे इससे क्या मिलेगा, मेरा क्या है इसमें? But where is that service attitude? Where is that भाव that let me just serve whatever duty needed? Like say टेम्पल में सेवा, टॉयलेट भी साफ करना हो तो you should do it. Not that, how I could, I am such a big person. So where is your seva? Seva means you have to give up your pride. You have to give up our position. तो रथ यात्रा में ये जो है मतलब किंग वहाँ के जो है प्रताप रुद्र, ही वॉज ब्रूमिंग द रोड. तो एक से उन्होंने किसी से शादी की तो उनका ये तो भंगी है, आई वुड नॉट गिव माई डॉटर. तो बाद में उन्हें पता चला तो उन्होंने एनीवे दैट इज देयर इज ए स्टोरी ऑफ दैट. सो आप ये समझिए कि ये जो आप बतला रहे हैं ना कि कृष्णा सेवा एक अलग है एंड वी हैव टू लर्न अबाउट दैट थ्रू स्क्रिप्चर्स, टू एसोसिएशन विद डिवोटीज, टू हियरिंग फ्रॉम डिवोटीज. तो ये सभी हमें करना पड़ेगा. हमें ये स्क्रिप्चर छोड़ करके अपने मन रंगी करेंगे तो हम कभी भगवान के धाम नहीं जाएंगे, मटेरियल वर्ल्ड में सड़ते रहेंगे.
So, Vraj Krishna is the one who descends from the Goloka. और
So
दूसरे
Vraj
को
Krishna
Bhauma
dependent, he
Krishna.
remains in Vraj. He remains in Vraj. He does not go. Uh, he goes to another planet. So this activity or Leela, see, Krishna could expand in millions of forms. So he goes from one planet to another to another. तो एक ब्रह्मांड से दूसरे ब्रह्मांड में जाते हैं, वहाँ अपनी लीला करते हैं. He relishes लीला because he has to attract all the people from all over the universes. 1/4 is the material world. 3/4 is the spiritual kingdom. स्पिरिचुअल किंगडम बड़ा है, वहां के लिए कृष्णा तरसते हैं, वेट कर रहे हैं कि हम उनके बच्चे हैं. ममई वंशो जीवलोके जीव भूत सनातन. जीव जो है वो सनातन है और हम मटेरियल वर्ल्ड में टेम्पररी पोजीशन में है. तो आप इटरनली नहीं चाहोगे कि अब जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि में पड़े रहो?
तो जो कृष्णा
सबके
वृंदावन में है इस भौतिक जगत में, उनका क्या नाम है?
कृष्ण.
सो व्रज
कृष्णा इज अ
कृष्णा.
ब्यूटीफुल नेम बिकॉज़ इट इज ऑल. और दूसरे कल्प में उनके कई जैसे अलग अलग है, तो पर वो एक द्वापर युग में एक समय में आते हैं. 5,000 years ago or 5,200 years ago he was there. He showed his Leela, and then if you could just follow that, read just like you are listening today, that I was reading some Chaitanya Charitamrita and others. So by that way we understand what is our position. तो कृष्णा, दूसरे कृष्णा नाम तो कईयों के कृष्णा, पर वो ये ओरिजिनल कृष्णा जो गोलोक वृंदावन से है वो नहीं है. वो विष्णु का फॉर्म, वो कृष्णा का नाम है. वो भी सांवले रहते हैं.
तो जो वृंदावन में लीला कर रहे हैं वो विष्णु के फॉर्म वाले कृष्णा है. दैट्स वो कह
नहीं
रहे हैं
नहीं
आप?
नहीं 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 नहीं, जो आए वृंदावन में वो ओरिजिनल कृष्ण है, सुप्रीम पर्सनैलिटी ऑफ गॉड है। दूसरे जो कृष्ण आते हैं दूसरे पीरियड्स में, दूसरे कल्प में, वो मतलब ब्रह्मा में 1000 चतुर्युगी बीतती है, तो एक
ओके, अब
चतुर्युगी
मैं
में,
समझा। अच्छा,
एक
तो
चतुर्युगी
दूसरे
में
युगों में आते हैं,
वैवस्वत।
वो वाले वो कृष्ण है जो विष्णु के रूप से आते हैं। तो
राइट,
ये जो
करेक्ट।
अपना वैवस्वता मनु है, इसमें जो कृष्ण आए,
28 मनवंतर में, एक
हाँ,
मनवंतर और एक 71 युगा का
युगा
होता है।
साइकिल्स, हाँ।
ओके,
हाँ अब,
चतुर्युगी मिल करके एक युगा बनता है या एक कल्प बनता है। तो
हाँ
1000 कल्प है ब्रह्मा जी के दिन में, तो उसमें से वैवस्वत मंत्र में 28वें मनवंतर में आते हैं।
सिर्फ एक
Not
बार।
that he's bound by any law, rules, or anything, or he has to come. He comes by his own intuition or our own. He's completely Swarat, but we are not Swarat.
हाँ
Swarat
तो,
means completely independent. पर हम सब डिपेंडेंट हैं।
हाँ तो इस बार जब आते हैं 28 साइकिल में, युगा साइकिल में, तब वो ओरिजिनल कृष्ण आते हैं, तब चैतन्य
राइट,
महाप्रभु
करेक्ट,
आते हैं, करेक्ट।
करेक्ट,
और
तभी चैतन्य
दूसरा,
महाप्रभु।
जो 8th मनु होगा, उसमें जितनी भी युगा साइकिल होंगी, 71 युगा साइकिल्स, उसमें कृष्णा जो आएंगे वो विष्णु के रूप से आएंगे, राइट।
होता है। राइट, राइट, राइट।
ओके, नाउ आई एम क्लियर। अब समझ में आया।
ओके,
थैंक यू प्रभु जी, थैंक यू सो मच। हरे कृष्णा, दंडवत प्रणाम।
यू आर प्रवीण गोविंद दास।
यस प्रभु जी, योर सर्वेंट इन शार्लेट। बहुत टाइम हो गया, आप आए नहीं हमारे शार्लेट।
प्रभु इतना टाइम नहीं मिल पाता, मैं 80 ईयर्स का ओल्ड हो रहा हूँ।
अच्छा, नहीं
बीमारी
हम
भी है।
आएंगे,
हाँ,
हम आएंगे आपके वहाँ पे प्रभु जी,
हाँ,
उज्जैन
आप
के
आइए,
पास है ना
जरूर आइए।
आपका।
हाँ, उज्जैन के पास खरगोन है।
खरगोन, हाँ हाँ हाँ, नहीं हम आएंगे प्रभु जी।
वेलकम टू, यार ऑल वेलकम टू कम। मैं ज्यादा
यस,
ट्रेवल नहीं कर पाता, ज्यादा ज्यादा पास वाले, जस्ट समटाइम आई गो गीता नागरी, एंड आई गो ईयरली प्रैक्टिकली, आई कम टू अमेरिका। और वो क्या है वो,
हाँ, अब मैं कैलाश प्रभु और कृष्ण लीला माता जी से काफी टच में हूँ।
हाँ
और
हाँ हाँ
विशाखा को जो बच्चे हुए हैं, कंग्रेचुलेशंस। अब 2
हाँ
हो
हाँ
गए।
हाँ, आप दो
एंड
हो गए।
मेरी बेटी रहती है सैन फ्रांसिस्को में, तो वो टच में है, सो। कैलाश
प्रहलाद
प्रभु
एंड
तो यही
ध्रुव।
थे शार्लेट में, अब तो चले गए, काफी टाइम हो गया उन्हें चले गए हुए। बट
राइट, राइट।
वी आर वेरी मच इन टच।
ओके प्रवीण प्रभु।
ओके, हरे कृष्णा, धन्यवाद प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
और किसी को कोई प्रश्न है? नहीं तो है टू गो फॉर ऑफरिंग आरती टू आवर।
हरे कृष्ण महाराज, दंडवत प्रणाम, जय श्रीपाद।
हाँ, हरे कृष्णा, राधा रमन प्रभु जी। आप पूरे
वेरी,
समय में थे, अब तो 1.5 घंटे, 1 घंटा 40 मिनट हो गए।
so no, it was very nice class, Maharaj, and happy Radha Ashtami in advance.
नहीं, मुझे कहा गया कि राधाष्टमी तुम्हारा, कल तो मैं नहीं आ सकता, तो
Right,
उनका आज
right.
ही बोल दो। तो इट्स बिफोर हैविंग अर्लियर, देन वी डेवलप आवर मोर लव और मोर साधना और मोर बेटर वी कुड डू इफ यू नो अहेड ऑफ द टाइम।
नहीं, आपसे ही बोल रहे हैं महाराज।
राइट।
थैंक यू, हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा। स्वे-
Hare Krishna
स्वे-
Maharaj.
हरे
Maharaj, thank you so much for this excellent class and on the auspicious spree 1 day before Radha Ashtami day, so we can get the mood of celebrating Radha.
that was you give me that opportunity to learn about more about Radharani.
Thank you,
You
thank
told me, so I was happy that
you.
it's good to learn more about Srimati Radharani's qualities and
Thank-
worship her. Okay.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you so much and happy Radha Ashtami to everyone tomorrow.
Happy Radhastami to everybody.
Happy Radha Ashtami.
We are going to fast
Happy
till Maharaj, right? Till noon.
fasting till noon,
Yes.
and do Abhishek also. Panchamrata, Panchagavya, it should be whatever worship. So you do it at noon time. That
Yes.
is the appearance time. Okay.
Okay.
And offer lots of flowers and garlands, beautiful smelling.
Maharaj, we are having a flower
Nice.
festival.
Oh,
We are-
yeah, we are also having. That's so good.
So all the flowers touching Radharani will come to us. That's our pleasure. Yeah, thank
Okay.
you, Maharaj.
So
Okay.
Maharaj, we are
Thank you.
to Vrindavan tomorrow, today for Radha Ashtami. So
Oh,
yes, Maharaj.
you are going to Vrindavan?
New Vrindavan.
Oh, new one. Okay, that's good.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Prabhupada built that. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, let's pay obeisance to all the Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarusha kripa sindhu.
Prabhupada Sindhu Patitana Bhavane.
जो नमो नमः
Ananta Koti
की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय,
श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, His Grace Shamikrishi Maharaj की जय,
जय
Radha Ashtami ki
की
jai.
जय, Everyday Chant devotees की
Gaur Bhakta
जय.
Vrinda ki jai.
जय
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Radha Gopinath ji ki jai. Our temple Diti are Radha Gopinath.
Hari bol.
Radha Gopinath ji की जय.
Gaur Radha Gopinath.
हरि बोल,
Hare Krishna.
Okay.
हरे कृष्ण,
Hare Krishna.
हरि बोल.
Hari Bol.